This is our main ingredient, a main product in the Visage collection. This is it, right? Who here loves the Visage serum? Yeah, this is something that really works so amazingly because, like Dr. Dan mentioned, you could have so many different kinds of brands out there making skincare, but if the ingredients is the same, they're just labeling it and marketing it differently. But when you have new ingredients, you could expect to have new results. And in our Visage serum, this is a very amazing innovation because not only it's patent pending, but the ingredients that are used in the serum has never been used before. Because to make the serum, Dr. Dan goes to a very, very unique place in the United States. He went to Death Valley, right? And yeah, it's a very hot place. And Dr. Dan mentioned in his first session today that plants make molecules to protect themselves, to survive. And so the harsher the condition, plants can't walk like us. They can't escape. They can't just fly using commercial airline. No, they can't just, when it's cold, they can't just go to warm places. They have to stay. And what do they do to survive? They produce these molecules as plant defense mechanism. And this is what makes it special. So that's why Dr. Dan goes to very unique places for its exploration, because under these really, really stressful conditions for the plants, they go out, they switch on the genes that are usually sleeping, and it's switch on only when the plants are under stress or under attack. And I don't know if I have time, but if I have 2 minutes, I want to share about my research on Nature. It's Nature Chemical Biology. If any of you are scientists or doctors, it's the top publication. I published it with folks from UCLA. I'm going to talk about microbe, okay? And I've never talked about this, and I thought it might be interesting because do you know E. coli?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's a very, very common bacteria. You know, it's everywhere. You've heard of it. But then what we did with the E. coli is we make the E. coli so stressed in the lab that it loses the ability to produce a very key amino acid that is required for its survival. And we cut down the genes for the E. coli to make that key molecule, and it still makes it. It still survives. We cut another pathway. It found ways to survive. We did it 5 times, and all of the things that we know on how the pathways that E. coli can do, because it's one of the most famous model organisms, so we know everything about how these microbes make this key amino acid because it's essential for its survival. Without that key molecule, it cannot survive, it will die. But it still lives, even after we take down all of the 5 pathways. You know what happens? We discovered a novel pathway. Even the simplest as bacteria can develop its innate ability to produce and activate a silent biosynthetic gene that is usually silent. It's never used under any condition unless it really, really needs to. And I want to take a moment to remind everyone of your hidden powers, your hidden superpowers, that sometimes will only appear when you're really, really, really under deep stress and challenges in life. Bacteria knows the ability to do that, to survive, and it would actually turn on genes that have never been activated because it never needed them. So when you're in your very good growing condition, you're in a very good life, you don't even need these survival genes, your defense mechanism genes. You produce the bare minimum. But then it's very different when Dr. Dan goes to Death Valley. He found a plant that has to survive under very, very extreme temperature. It produces molecules that other plants don't produce because they never needed them. And that's why we go out there to explore new bioresources in very, very unique environments, because that's where we found these unique molecules that would probably be the key to answering all of the health issues. It's actually there waiting to be discovered, but you can't discover that in a theme park where the plants are happy. They're well nourished, they don't need to survive. You need to go out there to really, really cold places, hot places, highly deprived soil, but then you find still organisms that are able to survive under that kind of condition. And that's where the exploration of the Visage collection is going to be making a tremendous impact. It's going to continue to change your lives, because we are still going out there as a company. The exploration does not stop at Visage. For Visage, as a world's first neurocosmetic connecting between the skin and the brain connection, Dr. Dan found this desert plantain. In a very extreme condition, he found a plant that has to survive under very, very low moisture, barely no water, because it could nourish itself. It could provide moisture for itself. They need it, right? And this is what we are going to use. We're going to borrow, okay, desert plantain, may I please borrow your molecules? Because I need it for my skin. Because now it's super dry because all of these foam cleansers, aggressive treatments that I've been putting on in my skin. And now we need new molecules to restore them and replenish them, and it cannot be replenished and it cannot be restored with whatever it is that we already know. It's not going to be enough. Okay, so for drastic we need drastic solutions, and this is where a very unique technology, bringing in new molecules that have never been used in skincare, introducing new technology called neurocosmetic, because I think you know already about how it works, and how to bring it using shuttle to our skin, and that's why the effect is revolutionary. That's why you see effects even after just several seconds. I see people using it just several minutes. There's a difference. It's impossible, right? There's nothing like that in the market. So when you say this is a neurocosmetic, you need to understand the essential innovation and the importance of exploration that we did in this company and what we're continuing to do. And that's why the effect is going to be extravagant. And of course, this is the world's first topical skincare that's ever listed in PDR. Correct me if I'm wrong, usually it's just supplements and drugs. Why? Because it doesn't work just for your skin. It's not simply just making you look young and beautiful. It makes us look young and beautiful, but it also promotes better well-being. And that's why this is a very important function of our health. You could have a very good physical health, but without good sleep, without good well-being, without good clarity, good mental health, then you won't look good as well, right? If you're stressed, and wrinkles will appear very soon. So it's the brain-skin connection. So put simply, it reduces wrinkles. It's really effective to rejuvenate our skin. It brightens our skin and helps you to look good and feel good. So this is what